Good evening, it's Stuart Nottingham here, Black Pear Physio in Worcester. I'm just doing this Facebook Live for the first time to actually answer some questions that we've got, and rather than doing a boring frequently answered questions and all that kind of stuff, and people don't like reading now, I thought I'd answer the questions live and see what people's reactions are. So please come back to me, positive comments and negative I suppose. And if you like it, keep asking me questions and I'll keep posting as we're going to do today. So the first question I've got is, and it's something I feel very passionately about, is when you get injured, we so often get people coming in 2-3 weeks after the injury and they have basically stopped training. And the first question is, well, okay, you've hurt your hamstring, but why aren't you continuing training? Why aren't you continuing doing what your body allows you to do? There's very, very few injuries that you can pick up the way you don't train or shouldn't be training. So it's a case now of starting to think differently and starting to think, yes, I've got an injury, yes, I'm a runner, and yes, I've hurt my hamstring, but that doesn't stop you getting into the pool and doing upper limb power sessions, stop you getting onto a bike and just doing a light load possibly. But it's a matter of listening to your body as much as anything else, and listening to the way your body feels. If it feels as though it's not hurting, it's not irritable, it's not pulling, you're on fairly safe territory, and you just take it steady, see how you feel afterwards. If it's good afterwards, you're certainly on safe territory. Do it again the next day. So if you're training for a marathon, you're training for the London Marathon next April, you should be running 4 or 5 times a day, and possibly 8 to 10 hours a day, a week rather. You should be dedicating those 8 hours to not running when you got this hamstring injury, say. You should be actually doing swimming, cycling, cross training, any other exercise that you can to keep yourself ticking along. And that is most important, because it actually, apart from keeping the cardiovascular system going, it actually keeps you good on the brain, because you continue to exercise and keep your fitness as strong as possible. Absolutely critical you do it. It's not general advice that seems to be coming out of most physios at the moment, but it just keep the exercise going. If you've got any queries on it, please come back to me as to what exercises can be done on what injuries. I'll be very happy to answer those questions. So the next question is from one of our existing patients. Actually, is got written in and said, I just read that as I've got doggy knees. It's actually dodgy knees. So I think we'll dodgy knees. That's good. Doggy knees is where you do canicrossing, obviously. So dodgy knees, and this is a typical runner's problem, and it's often down to poor preparation. Is when the knees, both of them, start going, simply because the chances of getting a knee injury in both knees at the same time is really low, very low indeed. So it usually comes down to, have we got poor abdominal strength, gluteal strength, buttock strength, quadriceps strength, or have we got poor flexibility? Other options could be podiatry. So in other words, if you've got very flat feet and you've suddenly upped your mileage, it may start playing up. And the final option is going to be very much around flexibility and how flexible is your tissue. Are your hamstrings too tight? Are your quads too tight? Or even your calves too tight? So this comes down to preparation, and the idea of doing distance running, particularly when you're pushing the boundaries, is you mustn't push the boundaries more than 10% every week, definitely every week. Don't push the boundaries more than 10% every week on increasing training. But if you do push hard, your tissue is going to tighten up, it's going to become sore, and the knees will probably become sore. Another common error with knees going is people doing suddenly going, I'm comfortable doing 30 mile a week, and then all of a sudden start doing sprint sessions and everything starts falling apart, because it's a completely different type of training. So as a checklist, if your knees are sore, it's power, so are your legs strong enough to carry you for the distance you want? Sudden increases in training. Poor flexibility, particularly in the 40 plus category, that's very common. And Finally, is it a podiatry issue, and is it, your flat feet? But if you're an experienced runner, you probably have picked that up beforehand. So using my simple formula for everything, which is do the simple things well. Start with flexibility, start with leg strength, and get that right. 9 times out of 10 it will sort the problem out. So please keep asking questions, please keep bringing things to me. I'd love to spend some time on here actually answering questions, so get them rolling in. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much, and I hope to do this again soon. Cheers. Thank you. Bye bye.